Booktube, welcome back to my channel. It is May. It's time to start talking about the books that we're reading this month. I've already started my reading, and I started reading The Girl with the Louding Voice by Abby Darray. This was on my TBR last month. I didn't get to it, but I am reading it now. I'm about halfway in. I don't have a bookmark in there, but I'm about halfway in. I'm on schedule to finish this one today. So we're saying that this is the first book on my TBR because it's the first book that I'm reading in the month. That's usually how I give my TBR list a boost, by making my TBR after I've finished a book, or at least have made significant progress on a book. So this was on my TBR last month. I didn't get to it. Reading it now, first book on my TBR. I'm also doing a lot of buddy reads this month. Doing a buddy read with Columbus. We're reading Brown Girl, Brownstones by Paul Marshall. We're reading that in May. I'm not sure when yet. I don't have a copy yet. I'm reading an e-copy from my library. And I'm reading The Splendid and the Vile by Eric Larson. I'm doing a buddy read of this with Doris and Patrice and Heidi. And this is a big book, history book. I'm also reading the Booktube Prize nonfiction category this round. This is over 500 pages. I know I've said this before. So I'm reading 4 more books. I have finished one book for the Booktube Prize. I'm in progress to read, well, I started another one and I'm not finished. All the books that I'm reading this round are big books. I think all the books that I'm reading are, or almost all of them, are over 400 pages or thereabouts. So I'm not adding too much else to my reading because the Booktube Prize this round ends this month. I need to read 4.5 big books that are on my, already on my reading list, plus this big one and this one. But I do want to participate in Asian/Pacific Islanders Reading Month, and I also want to participate in Springathon. So I'm gonna try to see which other books I can add to my TBR that will satisfy some of those prompts. The Springathon Readathon goes from May 4th to May 17th. That's a 2-week readathon, and there are 5 prompts that we want to read books for: bird, water, animal, plant, and travel. Either to read a book that has one of those things on the cover or in the title or is in the subject of the book, whether fiction or non-fiction. So I'm not going to be too rigid trying to find books necessarily that meet those prompts. I'm just going to see what my reading encompasses that I can include during those 2 weeks of reading. But I have this on my TBR, Waiting by Ha-Jin. This has been on my TBR shelves for a little while now, and it would be great if I could get to this one this month, since this is an Asian writer and this was a National Book Award winner. So I'm going to try to see if I can read this. It's fiction and it is short enough. It's around 200 pages. So it would be nice to get a little light fiction. This is probably not a light subject. It would be nice to get a short fictional story in all the nonfiction reading that I'm going to be doing. I also have Mohsin Hamid. Oops. Her bib fell, which means I gotta go get another bib. Mohsin Hamid's How to Get Filthy Rich in Rising Asia. This is a nonfiction, no, this is a novel, and Mohsin Hamid is an Asian writer. He is Indian, if I'm not mistaken. Pakistan, he's from Pakistan. And this has a droplet of water on the cover, so potentially this could meet Asian/Pacific Islanders reading, but also a prompt for Springathon. I also have My Absolute Darling by Gabrielle Talent on my TBR shelves. I heard Didi from Born Girl Reading and Doris from Aldi Books both talk about this book recently, and so it would be nice if I could get to it for the Springathon Readathon. But I actually don't need this to meet a prompt, because for the plant prompt I am reading Underland by Robert McFarlane, and that is all about trees and the underground life of trees. So I actually don't need this for a category, but I always put books on my TBR even though I don't think I'm going to be reading them. But I was also perusing my shelves to see what other short books I have that could potentially meet some categories, Short books, I have this book that Dee Dee from Brown Girl Reading also gifted me recently. This is A Little Dinner Before the Play by Agnes Jekyll. And it will be nice for a short reading. This is an essay collection, and it is just about 100 pages. So putting these short books on my TBR aside from all the heavy reading that I'm going to be doing. So Brown Girl Brownstones by Paul Marshall is my buddy read. The Splendid and the Vile is my other buddy read with the ladies. And Spring-a-thon books, they'll come in some way. And the 5 books that I still need to finish for the Booktube prize nonfiction category that I'm judging this round: Parkland, Solitary, Charged, and How to Be an Anti-Racist, and Underland. So those are the books that I'm adding to my TBR or carrying over on my TBR right now, and we'll talk more as the days go by. I'm also vlogging. I did a vlog this weekend, so hopefully that will be posted pretty soon, and I'm gonna do some vlogging during the Spring-a-thon readathon, and so you'll see my TBR as the days progress. So for now, this is just a little TBR talk. So those are the books that I have on my shelves right now that I'm looking to read this month. Most of the books that I'm reading for the Booktube prize, no, all of the books that I'm reading to judge this round of the Booktube prize are e-copies that I'm reading from the library. And, you know, I've been doing a lot of reading from my library's e-collection, but I just really miss having print books in my hand, and especially when I'm around the baby, I rather have a print book. If I can, I want to cut down the amount of screen time that I have around her. I want to have her see me reading print books even more as she's growing up. So I ordered some books. They should be coming pretty soon. A lot of them are nature books. Yes, I ordered some nature books, books with pictures, books with pages that we can see. So I'm not sure if any of those books will make it onto this Spring-a-thon TBR reading or not, but we'll see. My TBR for May is still evolving, but for now I just wanted to share with you what is on the plans thus far from what we have, and to reach out to you. Let me know if you're also doing the Spring-a-thon readathon, or if you're reading books to celebrate Asian Pacific Islanders Heritage this month, and let's talk about that in the comments. Thanks for watching this video. We'll be back next time with another one, and since this is probably a bust off video, let's look at the baby. She looks at me like, "Mommy, am I a prop? Mommy, am I a prop?" That's the book you want to read for the month? Okay, you want to read Mommy's Secrets? That's Mommy's journal. Okay, all right. So we'll be back next time. Let's chat in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're reading this month. What's the book that you're reading that you're most excited to get to? And whether or not you are participating in any of these readathons. I'm going to link the Spring-a-thon readathon announcement down below if you hadn't heard about it and maybe you want to join in. It is a 2-week readathon, so there's lots of time to read a book or so. So let's chat down there, and until next time, happy reading. Bye. Bye. Wave. Wave.